adjust your settings. Don't adjust your channels. Don't check your calendar because this is the Inner Circle podcast on a Tuesday, going up on
On
a
a
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Oh my God, I forgot that song.
How is everyone? How's my favorite girlfriend? How are you?
I'm good. I'm so tired. I've been running around all
Ripping and
day,
running.
ripping and running the streets. Basically, I had a photo shoot. Well, the company, my job had a photo shoot, a marketing photo shoot. And we had to go to like a few locations, and they're still doing the photo shoot right now. But it was fun. It was just a lot of running around, and like this weather was, at first when I saw it was 60 something degrees, I was like, oh yay, it's gonna be a little bit chilly or breezy. Psych, it was very humid. The humidity like was terrible, but nonetheless, I'm looking forward to the fall. I think I say this every
I
freaking.
used to say this, yep, around every time. Yep.
I'm glad because you know what? I already got my fall decorations, and I don't mean like Halloween or any of that shit. I like to. I have a interior designer eye, and I like to change it up. Whether that's my feng shui vibe with my duvet cover, and instead of having like a nice bright summery color, I want to change the mood to like darker tones like dark purple and grays and things like that. So I'm looking forward to that. Can't wait. How was your weekend? I didn't
My
do anything.
weekend, um, my weekend wasn't bad, but it wasn't bad. I just wanted to get. I thought I was gonna get more done, and
Yeah.
I did it. I don't know what's going on with the energies and stuff. I just didn't get as much done as I thought I would Saturday and Sunday. So, but
I didn't do anything. I was out of service. I did not feel good. Ladies, time of the month, you know how that is. I I was just like literally being like laying around. I felt like Garfield. Ordering out and laying around. That's literally what I did.
and then I've been calling it. I've been saying it, and I don't know. Oh, this is why
You
sometimes
better
I
don't
have to
speak it
watch
into existence.
the words because power of words are true. But I've been saying that a while, and even especially at work, because people know, as you know, I work with kids, and I've been my kids. I have a little break before back to school, but my kids were sick, a lot of them, and I felt like they all was giving each other like a cold, nothing crazy, but a cold.
Please.
They were all sneezing, coughing, and very. And
Well,
I had a feeling. I had a feeling that one of those rugrats was gonna give it to me. Um, and I don't
child.
know. I feel like there's something there, but I don't know if it's allergies or what. So I've been like just taking meds, but I'm still going about my day. I went to the gym, made sure kind of run it out my system, sweat whatever out. Went to the park,
Yeah.
meditated, felt at one, hoping that it just clears out because tomorrow, reason we're coming to you guys on a special day, special night. Tomorrow we have a special event we are going to that we're excited about. The Real Housewives of New Jersey baseball charity game. It's the Jersey Wives versus, I always butcher the name. I went last year.
Maimonides Hospital.
Maimonides. Yeah,
Maimonides, I think.
it's the fourth annual.
Yeah, it's the doctors and staff versus the Real Housewives of New Jersey cast.
Cast.
I'm
Yeah.
excited. This is my first time going. I know you've gone before. I didn't go I think
Yeah.
last year, yeah, because I had a nose job and didn't want
Oh
my
yeah, it was
I
around that time.
yeah, I didn't want first of all, I had screws in my nose and I didn't want a ball being thrown at me. Could you imagine? With my luck, they would have done a freaking home run and it would have landed boop right there.
Wild imagination.
It's true. It happens. But I'm excited to go. I'm not happy about the trek to Brooklyn, but
Coney Island is all the way in Coney Island.
Coney freaking Island. The best thing about Coney Island is like
When was the last time you were in Coney Island?
the first and last time I went to Coney Island, you were dating someone.
I think
It was years ago.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I
I think I
remember
know it.
us going, but I we didn't go for a long time. I literally went. I was dropped off there to take the train there. We'll discuss after the show, but Yeah, it was not like, oh, let's hang out in Coney Island. It was like, here, Melanie, the train is here. Take it so you can go home.
Yeah, I need to hear about that because I'm like, wait, huh?
Yeah.
You know what else what's been going on with me? That I found funny, and I was thinking about this to myself lately, and it kind of happened last week. On Namaste Bitches on Teresa's podcast, which I was on. If you people watch it, check it out. I've been forgetting my age. Not forgetting my age, but when people ask my age,
You
I
have to stop and think.
I either stop like stutter, or like I say 36, and it's like no, 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 wait, I'm 37. Does that happen? Is that happening to
Wait,
you?
are you 37?
37.
Oh, yeah, you are. Um,
I'm the
that
only.
doesn't happen to me. I find myself telling people my age. Like, there's always I have to find like, so we'll talk about something and I'll include my age as a reason as to why I won't do something or I will do something.
Mm,
Like, I'm 34. I'm not about to be doing XYZ. So
gotcha.
that's weird. I don't think
Yeah.
I'm at that age. I'm not at that stage yet where I'm forgetting my age. That's not something you forget.
No, yeah. Lately, I've either started like you said. I either people ask me, and I'm like, oh, 37,
You have to think about
or
it.
I'm like 30. No, wait, 30, 37. No, I'm 37. Yeah, I don't know why, but it's not like like I'm lying by years either. I just still feel like I don't know 36,
Yeah.
frozen at 36. I don't know why. Weird, but last week we also announced that we not we are going to see Beyonce all the way in the Dirty South. And funny enough, that same day she posted that it's Virgo season because Virgo season kicked off last week.
Yeah.
And obviously, as we know, Beyonce is a proud and loud Virgo, and she's asking the fans for the rest of the leg of the tour to go shine bright like a disco ball. So funny enough, a lot of places are selling out of silver fucking outfits. Even the
Yeah.
likes of Shine, whatever you call it.
Shein.
I say Sheen, but other people say Shein, like you just said, Shine.
Shein.
I
Because
used to say Shine once upon a time.
it used to be called She Inside. Like She Insider. But I don't know why they changed the name. I guess they got bought by a different company, but they changed it to Shein. But I'm so excited because I love disco. I love disco balls. Like I have a disco ball I have to put up soon. Actually I might do that this weekend with some assistance. But I'm excited because I also want to wear like a disco-y outfit, and we both got outfits. We're so extra. We got two outfit choices.
Yeah, you sure did.
But your outfits are like they make I don't want to say they make sense. They do make sense, obviously, but they coincide with each other's. Mine's are like one spectrum and another
I
spectrum.
know what you mean. Yeah,
So different.
mine.
But
Yeah, I know what you mean.
we will be posting while we're there. And funny thought that I just had. We're gonna be there the last day of Virgo season because isn't Virgo's season like it ends
Yeah, it ends around
September twenty
there,
second?
and we also come back from Texas on the first day of fall. Crazy.
Well,
Yeah, yeah. Libra
my,
season begins while we're over there,
yeah,
and fall begins while we come the day we come back.
my friend Zach, he was a photographer that was working with me today. He just moved to Dallas like last week from Mexico City. Because he used to be a flight attendant and his wife is a flight attendant. But he was just telling me, whatever you do, wear something cool and wear something like not too heavy because it is in the hundreds right now.
And you were saying, "Oh, what the weather's gonna be like?" Sweetie, it's still although it's fall. The first day of fall will be that Saturday we come back, but Texas
Yeah.
doesn't go like that in weather, like cold wise, like us. Like
So
we could be having some freaky weather and like drop to the 60s or something.
so is there a chance that we can go lay out by a pool or something? Because I'm trying to catch some sun before the
Ooh,
fall comes. I
damn,
checked
I
the
know my hotel
hotel.
doesn't
I
have a
didn't.
pool, right?
No, it doesn't. It
Oh, it
has a
doesn't.
lot of amenities though, but no pool.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
I
have
didn't think
to.
of it because
I'm gonna have to hit up my friends in San Antonio and see. because they're supposed to come too.
Oh, okay. I was just saying. Wait, what sense does
That's
it
like
make if they're all the way in San Antonio? But I get what
they're
you mean now. They're
no,
coming.
they're
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
to
they're
the
coming.
show. So
Yeah.
let me text them and see what's up.
I mean, we could always use their pool for a day. $10 pass to go to the pool. But funny thing. Oh, another thing before we go. Did you see? And I meant to text you last night, but I'm like, let me ask her during the show. Did you see this past weekend Miguel? Who I you like Miguel? No, well you used to maybe I don't know, but
I like him, but him and his wife or whatever they are, they make up to break up, and they're very annoying. He's a Virgo, right?
I don't know what Miguel is, but I
I think
know
he's a
he's about
Virgo.
stunts. Did you see this
No.
past weekend? Um, he had a concert. I believe it was Friday night,
Yeah.
and he was suspended from the back. And I meant
Oh, with his like
yes,
rings.
where from his piercings that he had on his back, suspended.
I don't think that that's real.
No, it's real.
I don't
And I'm
think that that's
so
real.
mad. I told myself there's so much in my head going on in my head, and I thought while having these days off that I would think, but there's still so much in my head. I wanted to put the pictures up, but yeah, I wanted to put the pictures of the performance, and then
I
he
saw
posted
it. I
the
saw it, and I was
aftermath. Did
grossed
you see
out. Listen,
his Instagram?
I haven't. I'll look it up, but I
I,
honestly don't like the thought. It's I.
so
This is very pessimistic, but I don't like thinking about people being suspended in the air.
and then he posted. This is kind of gross, so beware, people, if you're watching. Yeah, yeah.
Did his things rip off?
No, no. But he posted the aftermath of his tank top with blood, and then he posted this whole penis
Ew, yuck.
thing. Da 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 da. Yeah. So a lot of people were not into it. If you go from the shade room to even his own page,
He's
people are
corny.
going at him with the comments, saying that they miss old Miguel. A lot of people saying that's some satanic shit, devil
Mm.
worshiping stuff. Of course, people have to go there. A lot of people are saying like, "Wow, the extreme that people have to go nowadays."
Oh, he's a Libra. Enough said.
So, I mean, what did you think? Is this your first time hearing about this?
No,
And
I saw it. I saw it, and I was like, cringe, gross, disgusting, ill. Like, why can you? What? You know what? And I'm not trying to.
talented.
I'm not trying, because God forbid we call her mother. But I'm not trying to gas up Beyonce. But I feel like other artists are trying to get and be in the spotlight right now, because the spotlight right now is on Taylor Swift and on
Mhm.
Beyonce, and they're trying to do anything to get
Cough,
sales.
cough. Rumor has it Madonna ran herself down rampant because she, during rehearsals and everything, she was just trying to be like really have big bang show because she
Yeah.
knew of the Taylors and the Beyonces. But that's a different story.
Well, that bitch better come correct January 23rd, because I'm tired.
Yep.
Like, but I when I saw the whole thing with Miguel, I just thought it was like unnecessary and disgusting. And like I said, I don't like people being suspended in the air. Even when I think of Pink doing her acrobats and shit, it like I watch her, but then I'm so fearful because this wrestling people know. When you think of suspending someone in the air, the first thing that comes to mind is like 1999 Owen Hart. He
Mm.
was a famous wrestler
Oh,
that
I've heard of him. Yeah.
he died in the ring because he fell from like literally the sky. Ugh, I can't. That's crazy. But Miguel, like, calm down. You're not all that. You should have
This
just sang "Sure Thing" and called it a day.
that's what some people commented. I seen him in concert back in 2015. Very cool. I met him. I met Miguel. I met him. Very talented. Fucking his abs, like one of the best abs I've seen in my life. Like in person, like wash. Those are what you really call washboard abs. Like literally,
He's a
like
shorty.
cuts,
He's five
the
six.
cuts and everything. It's just like OMG. But great talented singer. So for me, it's like, do you have to go do that? And like for me, it's a shock factor. Obviously, it's definitely a shock factor.
That
But I
shit's
was like,
gross.
hot damn. I'm like, no. And
I
then
just looked at the shirt.
my second thought was, he's a motherfucking freak in the bed. If he's doing this in concert, God knows what he opens himself up to in bed, and I feel bad for the poor woman.
Nazanin, his wife or whatever, because they separate and then they get back together. It's kind of weird. She they both are so cute together and they've been together for so long. They look like little freaks. But I don't know. I'm not crazy about Miguel. I've never been crazy about him. He has like two good songs that I like. But other than that,
But moving on from Miguel and his shenanigans, I guess he has
yeah.
a new album. I think his album drops this week, I believe, from what I've seen from his Instagram promoting. Nicki Minaj is dropping a new single also this Friday.
A
Um,
lot of singles dropped on last Friday. I
last
didn't listen to
last week
not
too.
one.
Last week too, Miley Cyrus and Selena Gomez released a single. We put a poll on the Inner Circle page. Most of you guys voted that y'all were feeling more of Selena's new single.
I haven't heard it.
Um, what else? But yeah, there's a lot of I think with fall comes a lot of new things. The VMAs is coming up. This is our last show, our last unofficial show of the summer. When you think about it, because next week's already September when we come back, and that's
I
like
mean, it's still September.
it's
It's
still
still
summer.
summer
But people consider once like Labor Day
after
passed,
Labor
people
Day. Yeah.
consider like fall and fall TV starts coming back, and basically it's back to school. So this is our last unofficial summer show. Next week we're back. We're in September.
Can you
When we come
say
back.
that this was a good summer for you?
I could say again. I always go back to this is 2023. 2020. I always go back to 2021. That summer, although we had a lot of great moments, we had our Inner Circle live bash show, which I thought was so dope that we did, and I pray
That
for
was fun.
bigger, better, well, more produced versions of it. But it was still a start, and I loved it. That was great. Um, we had like it was cool moments, but 2021 summer like sucked. And I think, and I keep going back to it because I'm comfortable enough to say it. Just personally, when I was
Yeah,
going through mentally, spiritually, and everything, I was down, down.
yeah.
So,
Well,
but this summer, I loved it. I loved this summer. This summer has been great.
I think for me, I would erase 2021 and 2022. Those summers were the worst. I think for me, 20 well,
I think
2020.
last year you moved into your new place. That was a
Yeah,
start of
yeah,
like
but it was in
there
August.
was yeah. No, in July you
No,
moved.
it wasn't July. It wasn't July. So that's where, okay, so I want to say 2021, I would erase that one. And 2022, I would erase the top of the year and just start with summer because that's literally like when everything changed for the better.
Hmm. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
amazing
But
how
this
time can heal
uh,
all wounds.
it's true. It sounds cliche and corny when they say time heals all wounds, but it really does. Um, but great. I would say great summer. I would definitely say great summer. Now, Glorilla. Do you know who Glorilla is?
Of
New up and
course.
coming
FN,
rapper.
what does she say? She's FNF.
Well, I've
FR.
seen her stuff. I can't name her song, but I've definitely heard a song of hers. And I know she has a song with Cardi as well. That I've definitely seen the video. But anyways, she had an interview and she said that it is okay to be toxic in your 20s. Now, a lot of people had opinions about this. I definitely had thoughts. Like when I heard this, I'm like, oh, whoa, whoa, really? But then I started to think about it, the introspective person I am, and the person that like likes to see both sides and all that. I'm like, well, is it okay to be toxic in your 20s? So I thought this is a great place to discuss this is the podcast. What are your thoughts on this? Because we've dealt with toxic people. We admit that we could be toxic in a sense. In a sense, we've admitted we could be toxic. Is it okay to go through that in your 20s?
Hmm, I don't think being toxic is fun. No, I take
Period.
that back. Being toxic is fun. I don't think that being toxic is healthy. However, I think that you have to go through a period to realize and like change that and grow. There are people that are not toxic at all and they don't gravitate towards that, and that's fine. There are people that are toxic and then they find their way out of that situation and they grow for the better. Then there's people that are toxic, stay toxic, and even they're gonna be toxic till they die. And that sucks for you. God bless. But I don't think we should put age we should put an age or an excuse to be a certain way just because you're a certain age group. If
Mm.
you're toxic, you're toxic. Doesn't matter if it's like you can't tell someone like, okay, you could be toxic now in your 20s, but as soon as you hit 30, you can't be toxic anymore. That's a mentality. That's a mindset.
Mm.
So I don't agree with her. And at the end of the day, she's how old is she? I was just looking that up right now.
Well, look that up. I personally think
She's 24. This is coming from a Gen Z.
like for you.
Girl, bye. You're 10 years
I
younger than me. You don't know life. You don't know life.
I don't think it's okay to be toxic. I think will you make mistakes? Will you make toxic mistakes? Will you be in toxic situations? Absolutely. But it's
Yeah.
not okay. It's about learning about those situations and those circumstances because what you don't want to do is have that whole mentality where I'm in my 20s, so it's okay to be toxic. But then you reach 30 because by the time you know it, 30's there, and believe it or not, behavioral stuff is our it's just like any addictions. Just like if you're addicted to drugs, if you're addicted to sugar, if you're addicted to food, if you're addicted to porn, whatever. Have once you become have certain behaviors that you think it's okay and you carry on with you, that could follow you, and that could
Hmm.
be hard for you to quit and change. Just like anything else, like a diabetic trying to eat healthy or a drug addict trying to be. You get what I'm saying? So that's why it struck me when she said that. Um, but again, I do know that we all have situations, but it's how you learn and how you move on from it instead of just coasting and thinking it's okay. I'm a certain age. You get what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
don't
I
agree
don't
with
think, I mean, at the end of the day, when you're in your 20s, not everyone can say that they have all the answers and they have life figured out. I think you can enjoy yourself, have fun, be a little bit carefree, but also like be considerate in the way you are towards people and the way you treat people. Um, I don't condone being toxic. Even though I mean I've had my toxic tendencies, but that's why we go to therapy and we work towards it.
that. Exactly, exactly.
Because
But
how does it look being in your fucking mid 30s and being toxic? Like that's
mhm,
not cute. That's not.
at any age, once especially no, I was gonna no, not any age. Once you become a certain age, yeah, I'm sorry, but it's we're not God to judge, but be prepared to be judged because at a certain age, you still act in a toxic certain way.
Hmm.
It's not cute. It's really not cute. Again, you could look at an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20, 21, 22, and be like, oh, they're young. But to look someone in their 30s or even 28, 29, still carrying around like a certain way, it's like, what's wrong with
Well, but I mean, I think we should have acknowledged what toxic personality traits before even initiating the conversation because some people's
you? If you want to break down
yeah,
some,
I have some. Okay, so some toxic traits are psychological abuse, jealousy, verbal abuse, selfishness, perfectionism, narcissism, that's a big one, aggression, impulsiveness. Um there's a lot of times where I have friends, and I'm not gonna name names because at the end of the day, like I
it
don't want
doesn't
to
matter
judge
about
people
naming.
for what they do,
Yeah.
but there are, especially like if my female friends, they will do things to upset. And guys. I know some guys that do this shit too. There are guys and girls that will get into an argument with their significant other just to get a rise out of them, just to feel like they can have an argument just to make up, just because they wanted to get it out their system, or either fight because they want to break up and then do their own thing.
And
Like
then
that's
go and
toxic
wham bam and
behavior.
then get back together.
That is toxic behavior. That's
That's yeah,
a
that's yeah,
example.
that's a great yeah. I see that a lot. People who fight so they could break up, they could go fuck whoever they want to fuck and not have that guilt or
Mm.
like, well, you cheated on me. No, we weren't together. 2 days of us being broken up. Like, but it happens. Listen, I've been there. I've been there. This guy, I've lived. I'm 37. I'm trying to practice and remember. I'm 37. So I've lived there. I've been there, done that. So I get it. Um, I've done it. I'm not gonna say I haven't been in those situations. I haven't been a culprit myself, but there's some people that are serial. serially known for that. You get what I'm
Serial.
saying? So, but I don't think it's okay to be toxic. I think it's okay to make mistakes. I think it's okay to go through situations and things and learn from it. And listen, don't be hard on yourself because not every time you're gonna learn from it the first or the second time. Sometimes it takes a few times to learn from things. Not everyone's perfect, but it's what and the work you put in and what you do in the future with it. Depending on the behavior, etc.
And also,
But
you never know how you're gonna leave an imprint on someone. So they're always gonna remember you as the toxic ex or the toxic
yeah,
person, and like your perception precedes you. I
yeah,
don't care what people say about perception isn't real. No, perception is everything in life because the way that you carry yourself, the way that people see you, speaks volumes to what you attribute.
yeah.
So
It is true.
be
I
toxic at your own risk.
I believe in that big time because and it's funny because we were gonna switch gears into some gay conversation, but like I know in the gay community, especially speaking to other gay men and stuff, when you talk about when you meet or whatever, you talk and you talk about this X or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what for some reason that's one of the things that whether it's me or me hearing it or we have a mutual friend that knew this X or whatever, you hear it. People are quick to talk and be like, "Oh yeah, he was toxic," or "Oh yeah, I've heard of him. He's been like that with all like a lot of his exes." And
Yeah.
that happened to validated me with one particular person. But you
Guilty as
hear
charged.
you not me guilty, but I know you're
No,
not
no.
saying me. Just in case anyone's listening or not watching or whatever, she doesn't mean me. I was validated with time because time. Listen, time heals all wounds, but time also reveals a lot in time. It could be a year, it could be months, it could be days, it could be weeks. So um people talk and it's true, Melanie, like repetition does precede you because then you do when you start hearing people and it's not like just one little gay or one person you meet but when it's a consensus after a period of time, even if it's a handful, but the fact that in a period of time a handful of random different people you meet that knew this person could come and say, oh yeah, I heard this person was toxic, that's a
Yeah.
problem. That's a problem.
It's funny because I remember I used to be gaslit all the time by an ex that would tell me, "Oh, your perception is not real. You can't think about perception, blah blah blah." But like, if you sat down with every person that knew this person, they would tell you the same perception that they have of them. So
And it sucks when it's your own family members too. Years.
say it louder for the people in the back.
Changing gears. Leave it at that. I don't know why I had to be the shady one for you.
Come on,
Uh,
bitch. That's why you're my
uh,
best friend.
changing gears to, like I said, some gay talk. And let me ask you real quick for women's perception with women, but I think I know what you're gonna say because ever since I was little, unfortunately, I heard this from women.
Yeah.
Even if I was overhearing it or heard it from women themselves. But women who are insecure with other women and look at other women as competition, that's why a lot of people say they don't have a lot of female friends or don't want to hang out with a lot of female friends. Now, the reason why I asked this before you answer that, I and I don't want to give names either, but the same thing I was mulling over. Gay men who are insecure, who are afraid to have you around certain settings or bring you around certain people or certain events because they don't want that attention taken away from them. They have some insecurities, some complex or whatever,
Ooh, child.
and and they pick and choose when they want you around,
Yeah.
or what people they bring you around. Now, how is it? Because I've always heard women and competition stuff. How is that for women? Before I get into a little more specifics about this situation.
So speaking from experience and me being a woman, I have been in situations where I felt some sort of like side eye, bombastic side eye, criminal side eye from other women. Um, but their intentions were never positive. For the most part, I've never had an issue with women where they're like insecure towards me or making me feel like they feel like they have to hide things, hide their boyfriends, whatever. I've been on that opposite end where I've been I'm a very open person. Like if you're in my orbit, I will introduce you to friends, family, whatever. But I've been too open to a fault where I've let women who I thought were friends get close to people that I care about or people I like guys I was dating, and then they kind of like try to like talk to them or flirt with them and stuff, which I find that to be crazy. Like that's hella disrespectful. As far as like insecurities in women, I feel like I'm at an age now where I feel like it's so important for women to uplift each other. You don't have to be a girl's girl, but like if you see something that a woman is doing, like congratulate her. It's not that hard. Give a compliment, be positive. Even smiling at someone goes a long way.
Oh yeah.
I see that a lot of times there when I was younger, I know that a lot of girls would put me down in a sense. Maybe because I was different, maybe because I was developed and they weren't. Their way of like having their insecurities, they would try to bully me.
Yeah.
You can't bully me, like look at me. But that's why I kind of steered more towards hanging out with boys and hanging out with like guys because I never felt like I was super close with girls growing up. But as time progressed, obviously, I've had a core group of girlfriends and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's very hard for you to find girlfriends that are not in competition with you because unfortunately, everyone's in competition with themselves. They're in competition with themselves, but it's easier to be in competition with other people because you think that they have it going on. You think because you see them traveling places that they have a bunch of money or they have it like that. And instead of being like, wow, Melanie's out there traveling, that's great. They see it as, oh, she probably has a sugar daddy. She probably has like someone paying for her things. How is she able to do that? Blah blah blah. Like it
Yeah.
sucks.
No, yeah. For it's the same with gay men, and I'm finding it now. I've lived it. I've lived it, but I'm seeing it now as well. With and I had this conversation with someone about certain guys that won't. They're cool with you. They want to be cool with you. You've hung out with them. You hang out with them. But when it comes to certain events, certain situations or places, they don't want you around. They won't bring you around. And it's like, well, I'm doing this with this friend. Well, aren't I a friend too? Like you said, you like to bring people together. There's people out there, and I've read about this, and I really truly believe you're one of those people. Like you
Mm,
bring people together, like from all different things that that don't know each other. You do that. That's what you
I
do.
like to
There's some
network.
people who do that. And you would think the same thing with things. So, like, aren't I your friend? Like, yeah, that's your same
Yeah.
type of friend. So, what do you want to like? Bring the people together. But I realized and I've discussed this too with people. It's especially in the gay world. It's insecurities. People
Hmm.
want to keep you. It's kind of like a mentor, right? Like a mentor that's here and they have their mentoree. Well, no, a real mentor will want their mentoree to really rise up to the occasion and be as good as them. But there's some people that, yeah, they'll mentor you, yeah, they'll be there for you, but as long as um they keep you here and you never go above them. You get
Hmm.
what I'm
You
saying? There's
can't
some
know
people
more
who
than
are
the teacher.
unfortunate. Yeah, there's unfortunately some people like that. And I kind of think of it in that same situation in the gay world where it's like, yeah, you're my friend, yeah, we're cool, but I could bring you here, but I'm not gonna bring you here because you're a threat. You look like this, and I know you're a threat, and I don't want the attention taken away from
Yeah, I've seen firsthand. I'm not a gay man, but I've seen it firsthand, and I've been in conversations where, oh, we can go out with X, Y, and Z because they're ugly and we're gonna look cuter in pictures. It happens with females too.
you.
Who do you think that they have taking the pictures? Is usually the bigger girl or the not so pretty girl, the token girl, the designated driver. Like
Mm.
it sucks, and
So it's
that
safe to say this happens in all groups.
it
Like I don't
happens in
want people to
any
think like it's all.
gender. It
Yeah,
happens in any gender, in any friend group, but I also feel that it's a thing like having above the surface friends where they just want you around for certain situations. Like I have a
That's
girlfriend
great. I
who,
love that you said it's above the surface friends because that's what they are. That's a
yeah,
category right there, above
I
the
have
surface.
girlfriends who are like, they won't call me to tell me their deepest, darkest thoughts or when they're going through shit. They just call me to want to turn up, to want to have drinks, to like go to happy hour. But it's never like digging deep and having like real life conversations. And then I have other girlfriends that you can have those conversations and like you don't talk to them for weeks or months or years. And then when you do talk, it's like you guys never lost touch.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes some friendships are based on vanity, or some of them are based on actual friendship. So lucky for us, we're two good-looking people.
Listen, well, I say lucky, but sometimes it's like, geez, like it's not so lucky sometimes because like when people view you as a
You're a
threat
threat. I'm
and like
sorry,
don't
but
want to bring you around like certain events or things because it's like, oh, they may take this or they may take that or they may take their attention. It's like, get the
well,
fuck out.
people like that, do you really want them in your life, or they're very selective of where you stand
Oh,
in their life?
listen, I'm trying to be open nowadays with certain people and especially in the gay community because we've talked about this, especially this past summer, about me not trusting a lot of gay men and reasons why and stuff. So I'm trying to be as this chapter, just everything in so many ways. I'm trying to
Open.
be different and open.
Hmm.
But then you see that, then you see certain things, and it's like, oh wow,
But
okay,
I feel
yeah,
in those situations, you need to have a boundary, because if you don't have a boundary with people that do that to you, you're going to become accessible to them at any given time. So they're going to want you around. This is a perfect example. People that hit you up and want you to come to their birthday dinners and birthday parties when they haven't spoken to you in forever, when they never say happy birthday to you, when they never support you, when you're posting, when you're doing your own businesses, side jobs, side gigs, or like when you
yeah.
have your things going on. They're quick to want to have a body there to show that, look, I have a bunch of friends, but they're actually not being true friends. I
Mhm.
don't have time for people like that. I will gladly tell you, no, I'm not with the bullshit.
And this is why for the most part, I always say I keep my circle small. Like sometimes
Yeah.
people, when pre- not when I preach, but when I try to make other people understand, like that, not everyone's your friend. Stop
Hmm.
using that word and saying this is my friend, or I have this friend or this friend. Not everyone's your friend. A lot of people, for the most part, want something out of you, whether it's sexually, whether they want to be with you, whether it's money, or whether it's like, oh my god, he travels all the time. Let me see
Status.
why he travels all the time. Status, exactly. Status is a big one. I know people as of recent that like talk about what person has followers, what person has a lot of followers. Like it's wild of the reasons of why people want to like be your friends. Like you said, above the surface. It's wild to me, but I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm not gonna let it deter me to still establish what I feel you could find as meaningful relationships out there because I do want to have and challenge myself to have more closer gay male friends.
Yeah.
But just like dating, even establishing just regular, cool, real friendships could be hard because you see through the bullshit. And someone like me,
Yeah. You know, obviously I'm actively dating, but the dating pool has pee in it. Um One thing that I've learned, and I've also like, I don't want to say examine, but I kind of like make sure to like check, is if I am talking to a guy and we're dating and we're getting to know each other, if they don't have a core group of friends, that's, I don't want to say necessarily that's a red flag, but that's alarming to me. We're at an age where we should have at least one or two friends, whether that's even family, a close cousin, or a sibling. I don't feel that me being as open as I am and like how social I am, I can be with someone who's not in the same wavelength. I can't date someone who doesn't have friends, who's basically like a loner and rather just, oh, well, I can hang out with your friends. No, you have your own fucking identity. You need to be able to establish your own friendships, because you're not about to like cling on to mine. And when I was younger, I used to want to do that. Like my boyfriend at the time needed to be best friends with my friends, and that's not a good look. But a question that I had for you regarding like status, because I think with the gay world being, especially in New York City, being so small, um, do you find that, have you seen, or from personal experience, do you find that men, gay men, have gotten close to you because they see how you have friendships, or you kind of have a status where you know people and people know of you, so they get close to you just so they can say, "Oh, I'm a friend of Charlie's." Do you
Mm-hmm.
find that happens a lot?
Yeah, yeah, I do find it happens. I also find it funny. And I'm seeing this a lot. I've seen this a lot. I've seen this throughout my life, but
Yeah,
I'm seeing it a lot now. And even throughout my life, I've said this, and I keep saying it to this day. Like a lot of people also love to say, "Oh, I know Charlie. I know Charlie."
yeah.
I'm seeing that. I'm hearing this a lot as of recently. "Oh, I know Charlie. Who's this?" And I hear the person's name, or even be shown a picture, and I'm like,
I don't know them.
they know of me, but they know of me. They don't know me. They must know of me.
Yeah.
I guess the famous Charlie. I'm not calling myself famous, but shit. Like the way people love to say they know of me. But yeah,
Hmm.
to answer your question, yes, absolutely, yes. I think also from social media, from what they see on social media, whether it's obviously, like you
You're not
said,
a
we're good
naked
looking
dude.
people. We're good looking people. That's one. So that's one thing. But then you add like my social media, what I mostly represent. I post travel and
Yeah.
stuff like. So you add that, and then so people are intrigued. So people's like, ooh. So it is. I do think it is status. I do think people try to get to know people or this or that or get with you or whatever for status or to say.
So, from the outside looking in, I've noticed, and this is me coming from being an ally, being a woman, being straight, but hanging out with a lot of gay men. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm overstepping my boundaries, but I feel a lot of times in gay friends and gay friendships, it could be straight friendships too, but we're directing this towards gay friendships. Um, do you find like in a group there's certain type of like token characteristics, or like there's the cute one, the one that's like the
Oh,
Beyonce,
absolutely,
there's one
yeah.
that's the sidekick, then there's one that's like we just hang out with her because she's
Oh
um
yeah, a lot of gay groups are like that.
resourceful.
No, a lot of gay group, a lot, and gay men within themselves. I've been there. I've seen it. Me and my core group of friends joked about it and even categorized ourselves. We gay men do it ourselves and do that.
Yeah.
So yes, absolutely. I mean, sometimes it's banter and ha ha ha, but unfortunately, when you really like really get down to nitty gritty and talk about it, it could seem fucked up that you
It
do
is,
that.
no matter what. Like I said, in a friend group, there should be core friendships. It shouldn't be above the surface, and it shouldn't be for status. But unfortunately, we live in a world where people focus more on like what you could do for me instead of like let me hear you out, or let's be friends, but also respect our boundaries.
Yeah, and I don't think it's getting any better, especially living in a day and
It's
age we're
not.
living in social media and all that. Like people are obsessed with social media and like the illusions and the you know people like to say Pisces are dreamers, but like shit, the world are dreamers because everyone's so sold about this social media and like women. Oh, this girl's bad, or this guy, or this, or oh,
AI is
look at that,
nasty.
and it's like like this is a new mantra just for everything in life. But the grass ain't always greener on the other side, and
Sure ain't.
especially on social media, people are out there putting out what they want to put out. They're not putting out their full self. I don't know if you've heard, and I wanted to talk about this. I was gonna include it today, and I don't even know this girl's name, so it may not make sense. So I don't even know why I'm bringing it up. But there was this. I don't know if she's a rapper, an influencer on the up and up. She was recently at the ESPN Awards or something, and people were shocked. Go to the shade room, and you'll see. And people were shocked that she, because on social media, her filters, I guess, made her look like 10 shades lighter. And at the actual war, she was a chocolate, still beautiful girl, but she was a chocolate girl. And social media had a lot to say about this. So again, this goes to prove that we live in a world where people are just put what they want to sell out there. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people behind their phones,
Oh,
behind their
Pinky
computers,
Doll.
yeah, I guess, yeah. They had the computers and stuff that fall into those illusions, and that a lot of people depressed because they see other people living certain lives, and it's like that ain't real, people. That ain't real. Listen, even for my own social media, I put out there, and I'm blessed. I am blessed. I thank God for my life. But is my life peach perfect fucking a peach? No, absolutely not. So I will continue, and as long as I have this platform, preaching to the people, don't fall for it. Don't fall for this fake shit for the social media world. Don't fall for it because not everything is perfect as
Yeah.
it seems. But anyway, switching gears. That's definitely a conversation that we could definitely have, and I would like to have that conversation with more of a panel because I'm sure there's different
Yeah.
perspectives and experiences and comments, and people maybe different agreements about this. But I would definitely love to have this again with more people. But it's time to have a little fun game, and I think you will like this game, Melanie. I called it. I call it the greatest. I'm gonna go down the list and I'm gonna name something, and we have to give the greatest of whatever it is. So,
Okay.
for example, the greatest gift you've ever gotten.
Oh my God, you're putting me on the spot. I don't even know. um, Greatest gift I've ever gotten. I mean, I have to say one of your gifts now because that would be fucked up.
No, I mean I don't know.
You don't care?
If it's not, well, if it's not mine, don't say mine. I don't care. I know I've given you enough good gifts. They could be
Well, you
better.
know what? One of the greatest gifts was, I will say, you buying me tickets to go see Britney Spears
Oh
when we
yeah,
went to Vegas.
Vegas.
That was like no, do you consider that concert like a residency? That was like an
That's a
actual
concert. That's a concert. Yeah,
that
that's
was actually an actual concert. I was like, whoa, this is really happening. And the seats were great, great. So yeah, that was like one of my favorites. I'm not that's not that materialistic, I would say, but I liked it more for the experience. But what about
for
you?
me. It's funny because sometimes I produce some of these games, and then I ask, and I'm like, "Oh, I gotta
I
think,"
don't
because I really do
know.
gotta think. No, for real. Excuse me, but greatest gift I've ever got. Hmm. I know I seem materialistic, but it comes from my grandmother. Mhm. No, I don't have it anymore. It hurts. She bought me this Louis Vuitton pendant that I really love. It's not the one I lost. It's not that one.
I was gonna
It's
say
another one that I
no.
couldn't. I think I lost myself. I'm so sad to admit this on camera. I
It's
hope my
okay.
grandma's
I
not
just have your
watching. But it was a beautiful Louis Vuitton pendant that my grandmother bought me back in like 2006,
Am I
7.
imagining this? But like the Louis Vuitton one
15.
that you lost, did you get it? Like, did you get it replaced? Did I replace it?
No, no, no. I got to replace. I have a Louis Vuitton dog tag, but
Okay, okay.
I hardly wear it. It's too gaudy. It's not
Gaudy.
the original one
Yeah.
that person thinks. Anyways, the greatest zodiac sign.
Oof. I want to say Aquarius, but sometimes some of these Aquarian brothers and sisters that I got be fucking making me feel like, what am I doing here? Greatest zodiac sign in what sense? Like lovers,
The
friends.
greatest. The game is called the greatest.
I want to say,
Excuse me,
oh
though.
my god. I'm gonna say Cancer, or should I say Capricorn?
No, no. Oh, you're switching. I thought you was asking me. You're taking to yourself. I,
I want to say no. Cancers are crazy. I want to say Capricorns. I get along very well with Capricorns, and like some of the guys that I've dated or exes that are Capricorns, I still to this day get along with them.
I again another one. I'm like, I put it up. I should have just had the answers. I just wrote down the thing. I want to say Aquarius. No,
Yes.
in a sense, just because of my relationships with Aquariuses. But like you said, then you see some fucked up.
And
You
then you
see
see some
other
Aquariuses that
Aquariuses.
are cheap or stupid or retard. Well, I
Uh,
can't say that word,
like so, I
but
don't know. I feel I'm trying to think of my relationships, and uh,
I think.
Aquarius
Oh,
or
I was
Virgo.
gonna
I
say
want to say Aquarius
Pisces.
or Virgos. But
Oh,
Aquarius, I don't
I
know.
will say if we're talking about lover wise, Pisces.
I
Mm-mm-mm.
said agree. I'm not gonna get to the lover thing. Greatest reality TV show.
Are you kidding me? Real Housewives of any franchise. Real Housewives. Period. Point blank. Oh
I
wait, reality TV. Okay, never mind. Yeah, because that's reality TV. I was gonna say actual TV show, Sex in the City.
reality TV. I love my Housewives, but before Housewives, there was a lot of other reality TV that people
Go
don't realize. And you know what? I'm gonna say it. Real world,
Real World.
the
Yeah,
real world, the real world, the greatest reality TV. It started. I mean, they were the trendsetters for reality TV in
yeah, they were.
1992 when I was there.
Well,
So yes,
Real World came first, then Survivor and stuff, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Survival was way later in the late '90s.
Mhm.
Real World was 1991, 92. So Real World, and that obviously we know there's the challenges, which I love as
Yeah.
well. Anyways, greatest slang you use.
Greatest slang.
Slangs, yeah, you use.
Slang.
Slang, yeah.
I
For
don't.
me, anything from RuPaul. She already
Oh.
had hers is and like like
Oh.
yeah, anything from RuPaul.
Um. Oh wow. I don't even know. I mean New York slang for me, I guess. New York slang.
That's a good one. I love New York. I was gonna say that too. I love New York. It's a great reality TV show, but Flavor of Love too.
Flavor of
She
Love was
came
like the
she
best.
came from that. So I say Flavor of Love because she was in 2 seasons. But
Yeah.
I love New York was great too. Shout out to Savannah. Greatest pop album.
Pop album.
Greatest
Greatest
pop
pop
album.
album. Any album from Britney Spears. I
Blackout.
mean
Black for me. Blackout
Blackout
by Britney
was
Spears.
great. I really liked Britney. That was like my
Great
favorite
album.
Britney album.
Greatest South rap song.
Rap what?
Rap song. Greatest South rap song.
Like down south rap? Oh, damn. You can't ask me that. I love down south rap. I want to say
I'll say what you think. I guess I could say. Wait, what? Isn't Atlanta called? Because it's at the top of my head. It was a big song. Girl, if you look good, what's your back that ass up?
Back That Ass Up by Juvenile. That's a great song, but
I was thinking
um
something by Ludacris too, actually.
I don't really care for Ludacris. I'm trying to think. I mean, I have the song internet. Is it International Love Song with like Andre 3000, Pimp C, Bum B, that yeah, that song. That
What
would
is
be
it
my
called?
rank. Um why am I blanking out right now? I think it's called International Love Song.
I've never heard
Inter
it. But my neck, my
Oh,
back.
no, International Players Anthem. I don't know why I said love song, but it's called International Players Anthem. I Choose You, and it's like I can't play it right now, but
What about greatest rap?
rap. Anything by
Greatest rapper. Greatest rapper. Sorry, the greatest rapper.
greatest rapper. Shit. I mean, Jay-Z is a great rapper. It depends what coast because
The greatest rapper.
Jay-Z. What about you? Not my neck, my back. That's a good one though.
That is a good one. I don't want to think about. I should start having this written, but you see, people, I really don't put thoughts like meditate before the show. And put like pre answers. Greatest rapper. I don't know. I guess I guess I would
Well,
say
you
Jay
could go
Z.
with. There's a few. Lil Wayne, he's a great
No, but
rapper.
I don't. I'm not gonna just say anyone just because I need to, like people that I've
For
actually
me,
listened to.
I like so many. I like
But you know what? I bought Jay Z's. I actually bought a Jay Z album.
Jay Z is
I'll say
like the
Jay Z.
best rapper alive.
I'll say Jay Z. Greatest Britney Spears song.
Yo, you know what I've been listening to nonstop that I'm just like this fucking song. I can listen to it over and over again. Give me more. For some reason, I don't want to say that's her best song ever, but that song is like I want Britney to come back. It's crazy how that was such a crazy like era, but
Like,
that song was a
but
masterpiece.
funny enough, it around the same crazy era, and it was on her Blackout album, her crazy era. Um, Greatest Britney song. So many. It's hard for me, but I have.
Toxic.
No. Get naked. I got a plan.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that's your song. That's really your song.
greatest date.
Date, like date that I've
Greatest
gone on.
date. Date. Whether even if you're in a relationship, but they took you out on a date. Greatest date. I'll go first. What do you think? Mine is at the top of my list, at the top of my head, and when I make this list, it popped like quick, so I know it's the one. My birthday, 2022, in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. A beautiful, magical night. Like I will never, no matter what, I will never forget that fucking night. It was magical. Dinner by the beach, a mariachi singing me songs, a mariachi singing me happy birthdays, fireworks, like perfect, amazing. I will never forget
That's beautiful.
that. I will never
I
forget
can't top that. What the fuck?
I
I'm
was just
very
thinking, giving you time to think.
no. I mean, I've had great dates, like gone to dinners. I want to say, I feel bad saying that this was a great date because I actually wanted to end it so fast, and I to this day, like it's crazy how I was like, all right, I'm disengaging, bye, and I cut the date short. But me and him are really good friends. Um, I I'm trying to think. Well, I can think of one recent one where we literally went. I don't want to say bar crawling, but we went to dinner. Then we had drinks at a place. Then we went to a rooftop. Then we went to a different type of uh, metal bar, which was pretty cool because I love different genres of music. And then we ended it with like a nightcap. But yeah, I'll say that. I can't think right now.
Greatest reason to be single.
Greatest reason to be single?
Mhm.
You put yourself first. You focus on things that are for your self growth and development. You know how to read red flags faster when you're single, and when you sit and observe your surroundings and like situations that other people are going through, you realize your boundaries. That's the greatest. And also, you don't have to like answer to anybody. That's one of my favorite reasons. What about
Peace.
you?
That's at peace. Greatest reason to be in a relationship.
Um, it's always nice to be in a relationship with someone that loves you and you love back. It's some you look forward to seeing them. It's what else? I'm trying to think.
I,
I'm single minded right now. I'm not thinking about that.
no, yeah, great. One of the things is that partnership, having
Yeah.
that someone that you could like talk to at the end of the day, that you know you have at the end of the day to just desahogarte, to just let it all, just part of that, like knowing you have someone like that person you could do things with, and
Mm.
you go out to
It's
dinner,
like Drake
travel,
says, "You're
all
my
that
right
stuff.
hand. You're my go-to." I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
but you
yeah.
gotta act right for you to be that person.
Greatest reason, and this is the last one. Greatest thing. Oh, this is okay. This is gonna be the last one, and I made this one fun. Greatest reason to be my friend, and I have to say greatest reason to be your friend.
Ah, this is you. Okay. Greatest reason to be Charlie's friend is because you get a person that sees the world in a different lens, you he will give it to me straight, but also understand where I'm coming from, but also play devil's advocate. And you're very encouraging and supportive. You're not as judgmental as I am. No, I'm working on that. So I don't like calling myself judgmental. Um, you encourage me to do shit that I don't even want to do, good or bad. And it's always fun. It's always a kiki.
Well, for me, it's a lot. One of the things is this comfort and security, and I know myself on a deeper level why I say this. Maybe other people won't, but just someone that knows like everything about you
Mm.
and accepts you, and that's a great feeling and security. And ew, I feel my insides feeling all mushy right now. But like
Aw.
that's a great feeling to have.
Bitch, I'm
It's
loyal.
hard to
I'm gang
find,
gang.
period. Yeah, that loyalty. Someone also to inspire me. I love this is the thing about Aquarius, period. But you as yourself, because we're talking about the greatest reason to be your friend, is you are a go getter. You're not a settler. You're not about the average. Let me just settle right here, whatever. No, you want more, and I love having you around because that inspires me to always want more for myself, even on with times where I don't want to fight to do more, or I'm just high, or whatever that is. Like you inspire me to be more. Um, there's a few, there's a list of reasons. Um,
I will say
what else?
one thing to
Loyalty.
add for you is that you're stronger than you know, because you're very strong and you've been in situations that, yeah, life situations that I don't even know. Just me thinking about it, I can get a fucking anxiety attack. But you have persevered in many ways, and I am very proud of that. But also, like, I look up to that. So now it's getting mushy. Like,
Right?
what the fuck?
And we'll end it right there before we keep getting mushy. We
Where's
came to
my
you
Kleenex?
on a special night tonight. Tomorrow we'll be at the Jersey baseball game. That's why we came to you a special night. But now you have more time to watch the new episode.
Mm.
And best be sure that we definitely bring you the content, the tea, the Gaga, the 411, everything going down tomorrow at the Real Housewives of New Jersey charity game versus the
Mammo needs.
Mambo Needs.
Mammo needs.
It's
Mammo
for charity
needs.
game. It's in Coney Island. It's going down, so we're doing that tomorrow. We'll definitely post, and we'll be talking about it next week. Next week we kick off our unofficial fall season. It's gonna be a good one. If you don't follow us, subscribe, like, follow, share, tell your people, tell everyone, stream us on your favorite streaming services. We thank you guys so much. Thank you to our new subscribers. I see we have a few new subscribers, so I just want to say thank you for that. And we will see you guys next week. Adios.
Bye, Blue Ivy.
Take me out to